If
Yeah.
you are not from Alabama, you've never heard of this potentially, but if you are from Alabama, you haven't heard of this, I am
Mm-hmm.
disappointed
Well,
because this is
and
probably the most told ghost story in the state is the Pickens
Yeah.
County Courthouse.
and as he alludes to with Pickens County Courthouse, be looking for a
Mm-hmm.
special video from us on the Pickens County Courthouse sometime this month. We paid a visit and did a little video shoot here.
Yeah.
And the way you see the courthouse right now is exactly the way it looks right
Yep.
now. Other than when you drive into
Well,
Carrollton, you don't go into black and white, but the building
right.
still looks very
Well,
much the same.
the
Maybe
town
there's
is,
more trees around it, but
there's a lot more trees around it now. Yeah.
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 But the building itself is virtually untouched.
I was going to say, I don't know if Brock wants to make any additional comments on the day we went down there, or he's going to save that for the
We'll
for
save
the
it.
upcoming. Okay,
We'll
gotcha.
save it.
Gotcha.
He can save it.
Okay.
My
Just
story
look
won't
for
get into his.
No, it will, but not every aspect of it. But yeah, we went earlier this month to
Mhm.
Carrollton, to Pickens County Courthouse, and that'll, like I said, that'll be a special video on the Bama Geeks YouTube channel, and we'll share it on social media. I'm editing it right now, so.
Okay.
Right. Well, this is the courthouse in Carrollton in Pickens County, West Alabama.
Mhm.
Built in 1878 because the original one was burned to the ground in 1876. So they rebuilt it within 2 years, which was a pretty good undertaking given the given the time period that they did this work in. It's still in use. What makes this courthouse a little infamous is the face in the courthouse window, which we'll get to. Now we'll go ahead and flip to that slide. And there it is.
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see it, and this does still exist.
Yeah,
this is in the window as of today.
Yeah, so you can drive to Carrollton, look on the eastern side. I believe it's the western side, the side that faces west. If you look back up, you'll see this. With the little arrow sign up there too, because it's there too. This is a different picture than what I had. I actually have a picture of my own. I had to go find this one because I couldn't find mine. But as the story goes, the man named Henry Wells allegedly burned the courthouse with an associate named Bill Burkhalter. They were arrested for arson, among other things. Evidently, Wells and Burkhalter had robbed some people that same night. The courthouse burned early the next morning. They didn't know where they were, and just basically assumed. The evidence was very circumstantial, and they were going to be tried for all of this. The story goes that there was a lynch mob that came up to the courthouse. They were ready to hang the man for burning the courthouse, because the last courthouse was not that old. I don't think it was a source of pride for people in Pickens County.
Yeah,
and they were very upset about all this. So
yeah, because the first one had been burned down during the by the Union during the Civil War.
Right.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah. And the sheriff takes him up to the garret, basically the attic of the building, very top. And from there, Wells is yelling down to the crowd that's trying to lynch him that if they do it, he's going to haunt them for the rest of their lives. And as all of this is going on, lightning strikes outside the building and basically makes an impression of his face on the window. And some days later, he died. I'm not sure if they actually hung him. Some other, as the legend goes, different things had happened. He wound up dead either that day or within a few days after this.
Yeah.
Well, the next morning, a member of the lynch mob who had been out there that night, of course, everybody disperses after the lightning strikes because they don't want anything to do with that, comes back by, walking by the courthouse, and looks up and sees his face in the courthouse and starts screaming. And many people run up and they're looking at this and they're like, oh my God. They see the face in the courthouse window. And as legend goes, that pane of glass has been replaced more than once, and the face always comes back.
That's
what we were told is that this pane of glass actually is the original pane.
Oh, okay.
There was a thunderstorm that came through at some point later and actually blew out the other windows, but that pane remained untouched.
Never mind.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, and I had always heard that too.
Yeah,
So,
I'd heard
like I
it
said,
being played
there's
too,
been a
yeah.
lot of tellings of this story
Right.
throughout the years. I had heard that too. That supposedly they've tried to change the pain and it always came
It
back.
always
But
reappeared.
right,
Yep.
But what they told us when we went to visit was, no, this actually is the original pain,
they said they have tried to clean it. They've tried to clean it.
and you can't.
And then supposedly the face, you can see it from the outside, but not from the inside.
Interesting.
Yeah, and down on the corner, facing that side of the courthouse, they have one of those kind of those telescope machines. You put a quarter in, and it can look through, and you can get a really close up view of the face. But yeah, it is there today. We saw it.
Yeah.
The legend of all of this is, of course, as is with any legend, very much disputable, mainly because of dates. And there may have been a different suspect who had been thought to have done this too, but between that guy and Wells, the dates didn't quite line up.
Right.
But, of course, this is all legend, and that makes for a good ghost story. Who, what, and we don't know for sure. So
just stay tuned for our video on it.
Yeah.
So, but as you can see there, a little bit closer is the face. You can sort of make it out. 2 eyes. There's the nose. There's the mouth.
Right.
Mhm.
So,